Hello, everyone. Almost forgot to unmute there. I'm Reaper PC. Welcome to the stream. Sorry about the delay. Lucky Autumn losing the Kia. Hello. Points for the first three have been doled out. We are live on YouTube. And today we'll be doing an unboxing, which means the gloves are out. So let me put these on real quick. Thank you for the biddies, Avex. I appreciate it. So today we've got an unboxing, a new addition to the collection from eBay. And what's a little disconcerting, do y'all hear that? Kind of not something you want to hear from this, but we'll see if it's intact. But that's worrying. Oh boy. I hope that's not anything serious. So, all right, I've got a blade here, not the one I usually use, but it is a blade. And we're going to get right into this, and hopefully, just hopefully, this isn't damaged too badly. Really hope not. All right, so here we go. Well, the person who sent this clearly uses Vivint Smart Home Protection. Good use of the box, right? Recycling. It is a decent box. It's well taped up. Avex, to answer your question, no, not these gloves. I still hear that thing rattling around. For those that like to hear this. Not sure if that's coming through or not. Alright, that's one piece. They also taped here. And here. As you can see, I've already removed the shipping label. You folks don't need to know where I or the seller live. Alright, so now... Oh, hold on, let me take a peek. Make sure there's no... Okay, yeah, there's no label with any personally identifiable information. Alright, so far, good packaging. I still don't know what that rattling was. Styrofoam. Oh, one of the pieces of cardboard right here at the edge just kind of was freeballing it. But there it is. You probably can't see it too well yet. Flashback for the Sega CD. And there's still something rattling around in this box. Hold a moment. The hell? Ah! For those that don't know what this is a plastic dust cover for plugs. On YouTube, thank you for the fun fact. That's left field. But welcome in. So, this is Flashback, the quest for identity for the Sega CD. For those familiar with the game, you're probably wondering, why did I get the Sega CD version? This is this version is the basis that I think the rest of the 90s releases were based on. So this game came out first for the Amiga in... What am I doing? I have a browser. 92. Came out first for the Amiga in 92. Then it came out on 16-bit cartridge consoles, namely Genesis and the SNES in 93. And then this came out in 94 with a different soundtrack and different full motion video cutscenes. And then the rest of the CD-based releases were based on these changes. But I think the soundtrack was still unique to this version. So for the longest time, this was kind of the definitive edition. Probably until recently. I think there was a Dreamcast re-release that came way after the fact. It was a homebrew effort. A Switch release and another PC re-release with some other changes. But for the 90s and into the early 2000s, this was the way to play the game for the full experience. Let's see. So overall, the case is a little scratched. Yeah, some marks on the back. Oh, the disc is loose. So that's probably part of the rattling. That's how... That's not concerning at all. But oddly enough, not too bad, huh? I can see the consoles behind me. That's not terrible. So I got lucky there. All right, let's see the condition of the manual. Hey, let go. The manual has a slight bend in it. You can tell somebody's read this one. It's a bend like right here. All new cinematic sequences for enhanced gameplay. US Gold and Delphine Studios present Flashback, The Quest for Identity. Yes, this is my promotional voice. And Midnight Raiders full motion video game on the back because that was all the rage for the Sega CD at the time. Hey, still has the registration card in it. Okay, I applaud that. Little bit of yellowing. To be expected given the age. This is from 94. They tell you how to reset and end the game. Oh, there's a right, that's another thing. The Sega CD edition came with a comic book explaining, it's kind of a prologue to the events of the game. I'm not sure what other editions came with this. And hey, since I'm on a wiki, does anything else mention this? That's the plot. PC version was an extended introductory sequence and more minor cutscenes in the PC version, such as when picking up items. Oh, they're comparing the Amiga version. Okay. In the Amiga version, the user can see these scenes by enabling them, though with a few seconds of delay for the animations to load. Oof. The Amiga version also had an option to zoom in on the action whenever Conrad, the main character, opens fire. Due to criticism of the look, it was removed from all other versions, although an option to play the game zoomed in remained in the PC version. Interesting. The message that Conrad writes in the ending was also different in this release. Macintosh version was developed by a different studio. Originally released on 3.5 floppy disks for DOS, re-released for CD-ROM for the Sega CD, which is later adapted to the PC CD-ROM, 3DO, and CDI versions. Remember what I said before about the other CD versions being based on this. Featured redone pre-rendered cinematic FMVs with voice acting, sound effects. Sega CD version also has voice work for gameplay and CD tracks for each level, which were not carried to the other CD-ROM versions. See, my memory not so bad. I quoted that. Jaguar port has a title screen that these versions has, but the music is different and the cutscenes are from original. Well, okay, Jaguar was still a cartridge release, so there's space constraints. A lot of people Talking about the best version of the game is the Mega Drive version. It was created for that platform. All right. In North America, the Genesis, SNES, and Sega CD versions featured a Marvel comic book within the manual in order to explain the story. The PAL release and Super SNES versions, there was no Mega CD version, omitted the comic and featured a text prologue. So still have the better version, huh? The SNES version featured some minor censorship due to Nintendo's content guidelines at the time. I got the Sega CD version, not a problem here. Changes include New Washington's bar becoming a cafe and Death Tower being renamed Cyber Tower, while the enemy mutants who had natural skin colors in other versions were recolored green. Yeah, no censorship. Flashback, along with Another World, which is the sequel, shipped as a single retail package for PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One in 2020. I'll be getting Another World probably separately for PC somehow, or maybe Dreamcast. EGM commented that Sega CD versions are virtually identical to Genesis, but Flashback is still an essential purchase for those who do not already own a different version. In contrast, GamePro argued that the cutscenes look so awesome that even gamers who already completed the game on another platform will want to play it again to see the new CD footage. Applaud the CD quality. See everyone, the voice acting, the sound effects. So yeah, I'll be playing this eventually. I'm not surprised that the comic didn't have color. I'm just a little disappointed. But this is very 90s Marvel, though. Like, this is very 90s Marvel. I wonder if the exact artist is credited anywhere on here. It says Marvel, but who from Marvel? It does not say here. Or at least nothing I noticed at first. Huh. Alright, let's look at the rest of this case condition. There's a crack right here. I'm not sure if the camera can pick that up. Right along here. Okay, without the manual, now you can see all the abrasions on this. So considering it's cracked in places, there's another crack right here. Since this is cracked in places, I might swap the case out. I do have replacements. I'll try and clean it, see how good it comes out after cleaning. If not, I'll swap the back cover, the manual, and the disc into a new case. I'll probably keep the insert on the inside because this does. My remanufacturers don't have the compact disc stamp in it. But overall, as the seller mentioned, this is in the quality the seller mentioned. So I'll probably give them a good review. Right? This looks like a good review deal, right? Does anybody else think I shouldn't give this seller a good review? Flashback, the quest for identity. You've lost your mind. You're trapped on a distant planet inhabited by aliens plotting to overtake the Earth. The only problem is, you don't even know who you are. To stop the alien attack, you must discover your true identity and fight your way back through the galaxy to warn Earth. Winner of 2 Sega Seal of Quality Awards for Best Graphics and Best Adventure RPG Game for '93. New animated 3D cinematics and characters with live speech reveal your history and true identity. Manual contains Marvel comic book which lays out the game's intense sci-fi plot. An intense gaming experience that breaks new ground in areas of action adventure. EGM 94 Video Games Buyer's Guide. There you have it. Jeez, 94. I was 9. So let's put this back in here. I guess we should fire before I give this seller a good review. I should probably fire this up on the Sega CD to make sure it works. That would be the smart thing to do, right? All right. So let's turn on all the necessary equipment for that. Let's go to the appropriate scene. I'm over here talking crazy talk. Interesting, that says there's no signal. My eye. There we go. Glad y'all appreciate the gloves. I've now have 3 pairs of different white gloves that I just keep washing and cycling out for different unboxings. You'd be surprised how dirty some of these boxes get in shipping. Like these gloves still look clean, like on camera and stuff. And then when I turn off the stream lights and turn on the regular overhead, I'm like, oh wow, that's not white anymore. We're just gonna have to wash this. Did I push the wrong button? There we go. Profile loaded. All right, to the Sega CD we go. All right, y'all. So 1 in the chat if you think it's going to work on first try. 2 in the chat if you think I'm going to have to clean off the disc first. For those that don't know, here is the disc again. Might as well put this up in the corner. Come on, come on. Everybody's saying it's going to need a cleaning. Retro. The game is retro. 1, it'll work on the first try. See, somebody on YouTube believes. Uh, uh. Sega CD, Gordon. Welcome in. All right. Let me just use the controller. Those controllers have short cords. So, looks like I'm in luck. You had the tower power? Yeah. Mine's kind of the battleship, I believe they call this, but same thing, same 3 pieces. I still want to call it the tower power. But I get why they call it the Battleship because of the shape of the Model 2 and the Sega CD2. Still rock your Dreamcast? Funny. Kindred Spirit. All right. No, I'm not only reading YouTube comments. That's how I saw that y'all put 2 over there. Okay. So let me put that screen on the main screen so I can see it. So what are my controls here? Action, shoot, use item, draw gun, inventory. So this soundtrack that we're hearing now, I'm assuming y'all can hear the game, right? Wow, that's not true, Pyro. You can't hear the game. Okay, see, it's a good thing I asked those questions, right? Why is that so low? Okay, I see what's going on there. Hold on. I hope the soundtrack for the game doesn't get copyrighted. That would be bizarre. It should be coming up now. Autumn, that happened because I knew I'd have to react differently to that, and this is going to be chopped and put up as a singular unboxing. But I will be coming back to that after the unboxing. Okay. Are y'all getting game audio now? Because on the mixer it shows that you are. Still no. That is bizarre. Why does it even register in the audio mixer if it doesn't go out to the stream? See how that doesn't make sense? You hear the beeping of me adjusting the audio and me. Okay. See, now I do have to edit anyways. I have to remember at the 30-minute mark, I need to come in and chop out me troubleshooting audio. How about now? Why are all of these registering that? These all, ever since OBS changed the way this audio mixer is designed, it's not worked. All right, I'm going to change this from this to that. Hit OK. And y'all tell me now if you hear anything. Okay. Changed it to an audio device and swapped it back to the same audio device. Yeah, we make sense here. I have confirmation on YouTube. Twitch. Confirmation. Yay, nay. Also, this kind of sound from this console back in '94. What's with the green line on the left? What? Okay, here we go. Oh, it was code based? Wait. This animation was smooth for its time. Oh, okay. He just straight off rip. I see what they mean with the rotoscoped audio. I mean, rotoscoped, not audio. Rotoscoped animation. This actually looks good. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, getting myself clipped already. Uh, little little pitfall-esque there. I probably should have read the comic that gives me the prologue. You said Australia, Autumn. That explains everything about what you said there. Can I not jump down? Wait, you could just trip him? Is that what just happened there? It's kind of funny. Okay, I have to get used to this movement. Has anybody here played Flashback before? Hollow Cube? Stop wasting your ammo. Played Sewer Shark? That was a good game. Okay, so hold on. That's your shield, credits, gun. Okay. That's the jump. Oh, I have to stoop. Okay, so I picked up the hollow cube. What do I do with it? Oh, that's how you use it.
Hey, it's me. Hi, Conrad. You must be wondering how you recorded this message without remembering it. Good question, but it would take too long to explain, and time is short. If you want to save your hide, you must contact your old friend Ian in Washington.
Little
He'll explain it all there.
little Total Recall.
And watch your back, because it's my life you're playing with.
Yeah, completely Total Recall. This is back when games would just shamelessly rip off movies. By the way, my first encounter with Flashback wasn't the game, because clearly this is my first time playing it. But I had this what is now beaten and torn strategy guide for multiple Genesis games back in the day. And in here someplace, where was it? That's Alien 3, Tasmania, Streets of Rage 2, Road Avenger, another one I want to get for the Sega CD. Batman Returns, which I have for the Sega CD now. I should probably just get every game that was in this guide. Bubsy, okay, maybe not. Okay. Okay, I can't find it now. X-Men, which y'all know I have. They are not stuck together. This game was not. These games were not that thrilling. Oh, there goes Sewer Shark. Gordon. Not sure if I have that centered on the camera. So, I have the guide for that. Jurassic Park. Somewhere in here I had it. I'm not going to flip through the whole thing right now. Dope minus Bubs, right? Yeah. Alright, where do I go from here? Oh, okay, my guy. I don't know how to get him out of here. The animation is really smooth. I appreciate the style. Okay. Alright, now I'm not so bad. Not so bad. Alright. Next. I really can't hit this guy. Oh, okay. Can't go that way. But if I go down, I'm right back where I start. Nah. Well, that's a wall. Autumn. I mean, possible, but autumn. Okay, I can't get that close, so... Wait. Can I walk past this? Nope. I like how they added depth to this, the whole jungle in the background. Oh, okay. I saw that, buddy. Punk. I saw that. I don't know how to get over there. But... So far no stuttering. The music's playing just fine. I think this seller's getting a good review. Can anyone think of anything else I should test before deciding that?
Hey, it's me. Hi, Conrad. You must be wondering how you recorded this message without remembering it.
Yeah. Oh. That looked like it wanted to restart by me leaving the cutscene early. Okay, that takes you here. So maybe there's a way out of here. There were some minor surface scratches, but they looked all the way near the edge. And I'm trying to play this without... I didn't even clean it, just to see what would happen. So this is... as is. Raw and with dirt. I keep accidentally playing this. Okay, I need to remove that from my inventory, clearly. Hold on. So how do I... Yeah, let's hold on to the shield. Let's leave that. there a switch? Ah, when games didn't hold your hand. So things that I will likely do. Replace the case, which for those on YouTube should be able to see it like somewhere around here. I'll replace that. Keep of course, the artwork, the insert, all of that. So that'll look new. I'll clean up the disc. But overall, I think the seller did good by me here. I am just lost in this game at the moment. Be nice if there was a run button. He has a roll, no run. I feel like I'm missing something painfully obvious. See, and then I'm back here again. Yeah, I'm definitely missing something so obvious it hurts. Like, can I collapse this bridge by shooting something? No. Also, how big is this gun? That sounds heavy as fuck. Okay, so, without me getting too big into this, right? Game works, came into condition it was supposed to. Very decent packaging. Like, this was well taken care of. So, eBay did right by me on this one. Seller's getting a good review. Game checks out, seems to be authentic and in decent shape. All I gotta do now is Autumn says 4-star. Is that 4 out of 5? And if so, why 4 instead of 5? And where's the table of contents on this book? Flashback was page 20. Okay, well, maybe 357 Magnum in space. Hey, here we go. Few cartridge-based games are. Oh, this is for the cartridge version. From the menu, gamers can choose a level of difficulty. Okay, that's fine. At the beginning of level 1, walk to the right and drop down onto the ledge directly below. Next, turn to the left, drop down 2 additional levels. When you land on the ledge, 3 down from the one you started on, proceed to the left and you'll discover a hollow cube and a pressure pad. Huh. And they do give me passwords to skip through the game. I probably won't be using that for the playthrough. 4 out of 5, condition of the case and the plastic trash in the package. Autumn said plastic trash, take away a star. Oh wow, in the Genesis game, that animation we got when I activated the hollow cube, it's just text. It's just a text message to yourself. So, already better. Date is Venom. Thank you for the raid. Everyone, welcome to my unboxing of Flashback for the Sega CD. The definitive 90s version. Date is Venom. That's your 160th time rating me. How's your stream, sir? Oh, okay. I think that pressure pad's supposed to do something. That's the gun. See, it keeps going off. I don't... No, stop trying to... Yeah, I'm clearly just... Okay. I'm probably too tired to think there. Your stream was good. Good to hear that, Dade. Alright, so let me pack this up. Dade, you're a wee old gamer. Bad combination, right? It can't be wee and old. Flashback. Did you have it? And if so, on what platform? Not him giving me the face. Yeah, so I'm gonna clean that up. Not you hating me. Did you or did you not have Flashback? And on what platforms? Hey, I was around when this game came out. It was 94. I was 9, but the point is I was around. All right. So for those that missed the part of the unboxing where we looked at the disc, this is the condition of it. So there is one minor abrasion right here. And a couple of spots. One slight circular scratch right there. Doesn't even look bad enough to need a resurfacing, to be honest. And this plot line is definitely lifted heavily, and I do mean heavily, from a Schwarzenegger movie. Some of those lines are even direct. Shout out to everybody that saw Total Recall. Not to get to the chopper. All right. But again, flashback CD for the Sega CD now unboxed. Unboxed and being added to my growing Sega CD collection. So the lineup right next to Echo the Dolphin, Sylphied, and the others. You first played it on... Gordon says hit him with a 5-star. Autumn said 4. So all good reviews so far. Dade, you first played it on the SNES. So you played one of the worst versions of the game. Was it yours or was it somebody else's? Great. Yeah, Total Recall was great. Someone else's? Oh, so it's not your money wasted. Great. The most important part there in that scenario. Okay, so I gotta clean that. Swap the case. Autumn, did you say it's Echo the Dolphin like Flipper on cocaine? Uh, no, it's. If you take out the humans in ET and replace them with dolphins. And let me go back to see what Autumn was talking about here. Sometimes there's an ex-husband drinking warm what? Natty ice and crying in his 300 square foot windowless studio apartment while his 2-day old Chinese food burns in the microwave because his ex-wife sold the game for 24 cents, a penny for every year they were married, and he only gets 3 cents of that after the lawyer fees. Wow. Well, I didn't get the game that cheap, but that would have been nice. And if that was what happened to someone, sucks to be you. Mine now. Yeah, hey, I'm just reading the chat. uh, Not the church deacon club. I mean, I can see why you think they. uh, Oh, and that's the house hunter with someone with the massive spider in Australia because Australia. Um, yeah, they're gonna lose that dog to that spider. She has a Chihuahua of all things. Emotional. That game's movement was based on Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia was rotoscoped. Wait, you had Prince of Persia on MS DOS, or you owned this game on DOS? Which one? And did you own the floppy DOS version or the CD-ROM? I know I'm asking a lot of questions. Matter of fact, I could just hop into Discord. That would probably be easier for you. It's day definitely floppy. Damn. Okay, so the reason I asked whether it was floppy or not, so floppy I think was a better version of the Amiga game, but the CD-ROM version was based off of the Sega CD game. She said the big floppy, not the three. Yo, the floppy floppy. How it got its name when it would actually bend when you waved it. Autumn, that's messed up. Oh, I don't need the unboxing gloves anymore, do I? And I'll put these under an intense light and see how dirty that game actually was. Do you hate it here? Dave, that wasn't me that time. That's between you and Autumn. I'm just reading. So I had read the difference earlier, right? Where was that? So if you had the floppy version, so the one you had extended intro, more minor cutscenes versus the Amiga version, even though the Amiga version was first. Um, Amiga version had option to zoom, which the PC version had as optional. The message that Conrad writes in the ending was different. Okay. The game was originally. There he goes. Hello. So you had the floppy DOS version? or the CD-ROM DOS version? Mm-hmm.
And all this other stuff.
Uh-huh.
Who is hearing it over the sound of the floppy drive? Because it's loud as hell.
Well, you didn't have the big stereo speakers hooked up to your PC back then? The white generic set everybody had?
Bro. Right? No, okay. You say white, we both know they were beige. And they turned
Okay.
yellower and yellower over the
Yes.
years.
Yes, that's true. But you just turn them up. I-
Mm,
Is the floppy as loud as the
mm-hmm.
Dreamcast? Oh, is it as loud as the GD-ROM drive? I think the floppy still wins there. I'd have to say the
Yeah,
floppy
the
drive still
floppy's
wins.
damn loud.
Especially when it got on track, it started reading data back
So,
to back.
oh my God. And then, like, you
Autumn's bringing up the original
see,
Oregon Trail. Damn.
when you guys, okay,
Hey, I had some floppy games. Three and a half though.
you
Three
have
and a
to
half,
understand the time.
not the five and a quarter. I didn't have that.
You have to understand the time.
Mm-hmm.
The minute you run into a different area, a different stage, load time, come on. It's like you pause midair. Zip, you hear that, and
That's
then
the
you
hard
load.
drive at that point. He had the big box stereo speaker hooked
So
up to the
that's why
computer,
you,
not the party speakers. The basement party speakers on him.
damn. That's why, all right. So one of the tricks we used to do was copy the files as is
Mm-hmm.
onto into a folder, and then you run everything there
Wait,
because
hold on.
everything's going to be on the hard drive. The only thing is,
Wait,
yeah,
pause. This game didn't
yeah,
install, it ran from the floppy? See, that's silence.
yes, you could run it to run the floppy.
Why didn't you just install it?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Look, if you didn't have space, okay, you gotta again understand the times, man.
How many
We did.
floppies was this
Nobody
game?
had the. Okay, if as far as I can understand. Again, this is Prince of Persia, not flashback.
Okay, Prince of Persia.
So
So,
Prince of Persia, I
hold on,
think was like
let
maybe 3 floppies or so.
you
So,
didn't
but you
have.
gotta remember, what is it like? 4 colors maybe, or
Okay,
even
let's say
5?
even
Was
if
it
there was
massive?
compression, you didn't have 6 to 10 megs available for the one game you're playing.
6 to 10 megs.
Yeah. So your OS DOS.
You think I was rich? Like, what?
What were you playing this on? A 286? Hold on. Okay, now I have to look up Prince of
Yeah, I think it
Persia
was a
MS
KLH. Like
DOS.
it's okay. I
Hold
had
on.
like something like a KLH
Oh,
something,
that was
maybe two
89.
megabytes of RAM. Shut up, people. Shut up, people.
Okay, hold on. IBM PC compatible version. Okay. Mechner used videos of his brother as reference for the original animation of the game. Okay. So that's how that was designed. Uh, Apple II version. Yo, Gordon is. We're killing Gordon over there.
Yo, this is the exact computer that I had.
The
And
DOS and
okay,
Macintosh
uh,
ports will not give the player a game over once they reach the final area of level 12, stored in data as level 13, provided they
this
make
is
it there on time.
why did I?
Okay,
Why am I telling you people this?
what?
Why am I? Why am I telling you? And shut up. Yes, I still have 8-track tapes. Jeez,
Dang.
that's
Eight
the
track
computer
though?
that I had, the
How?
exact one.
Okay, should
The
I?
the the
Can I?
KLH 195.
Prehistoric? I wouldn't say he's prehistoric. Gordon.
And yes, there was a 5.5, 5 and a. There's a 5.5.
I'm
What
gonna
is it?
full
Five and a
screen
quarter?
this and pause it.
Yeah, big old yeah.
So this is a 286 machine,
Man, I
by the way.
hate y'all, man. Y'all just, you know what? See, I don't know you want. I'm
Did
telling
that
y'all, man.
have Sound Blaster? It had Sound Blaster audio, or did you have to add the Sound Blaster audio? His computer was
Sound
prehistoric.
Blaster.
Sound Blaster was around
This
back
is the
then.
future.
The
We
future.
didn't have Sound Blaster
The
back
Sound
then.
Blaster was a thing. Hold on. Sound Blaster's old. Why am I forget? Okay, just chatting. That was his computer, y'all. Back when they were called IBM clones. She called it the public school lab computer. Grew up with a bow and arrow and didn't have a computer. There you go. But you see, you probably had a modern compound bow. See, back in his day, he had to go grab a branch off a tree, and make it himself. The head of the arrow was made out of stone. So, okay. KL, was that KLH 195? I have to see the system specs. I have to see the system specs on this now. KLH 195. Retro Web. Oh, jeez. My school had these in the computer room. Most of my early schooling was unfortunately on Apple IIs, 2Es. What museum is this? Damn. All right, so chips and technology C82. Front side bus was 8 megahertz. Max RAM size was 5 megabytes. Non-upgradable RAM. Hey, you had an ISA slot. See, you could have put a Sound Blaster in this. Expansion slots were on a proprietary riser. Come back to us if you need that upgrade. Support 286 and 287 processors. See, no mention of what the size of the hard drive was. By the way, the drivers for this are still available online. Really, Big Pick? How you doing? Giving away trade secrets. No trade secrets to give away here. Okay, so no mention of a built-in hard drive. But DOS had to be installed on something. So what size was the drive? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm listening. Well, yes, everything's kilo or megs. Everything was kilo or megs. Yeah. Yeah, no mention of what the drive size was in this. Did it not come with? Did you have to supply your own? You can't hear Dade? What? Or you can't hear Dade on this scene, probably. Right. You
Oh,
should probably
probably,
be
yeah.
able to hear him now. Yeah, I don't think I have
Yes.
Discord audio. And you said,
Them
what
old.
museum is this? Autumn says Dade's house.
Huh. Huh. You guys are the worst.
But did you see the fancy dual drive
Yeah,
slots? Big and small floppies like
yes,
a true pro.
yeah,
Hey, it was future proofed. Okay, it was future proofed. I'm
yeah, it
trying.
was fancy.
Okay, so you ran these games from disk because you were broke and had probably the smallest hard drive size available for this thing.
Yeah, of course.
Got you. All right.
We don't got money like that. Shoot.
So, and this was back when these were just called IBM clones. Yeah, this wasn't an
Yes, that's all
IB.
they were.
This wasn't even considered an IBM compatible PC yet. It was an IBM clone, is what everybody called these.
Exactly. And even then, like, okay, we did have uh, what was it? Yeah, so like we had to wait. Okay. Okay, look up when um w- w- Windows 3.11. When did that come out? I
93,
swear I can't believe
92,
it.
93. Oh, I was right. Look
Yeah.
at that. That was. You remember when Windows releases were big deals? They were like milestone moments. Yeah, that's what that was.
Hmm.
Codename Snowball.
Yeah.
The smaller the better.
So
That's
the
what I
lar
tell myself. Gordon, what? We're still talking about.
the largest
We're
hard drive
still
that
talking
I
about
see right now
games,
was
right?
44 megabytes.
44 megs. That was top
Yeah.
end. So wait,
44 megs.
did this machine have enough room for you to install Windows 3.11 on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you could have installed these games instead of running them all floppy. Come on now.
Yeah, but like you had to do like okay.
And then you had to run the
Some
command
games
to free
just
up
didn't have
RAM.
like an install option. It's just run from the disk, and then when
Dinosaurs
you
are
get to
still
a point,
walking the
it says
earth.
put in disk. It tells you to put in disk 2 or put in disk 3 when you get it to
Oof.
a point. It's just like a CD. But most people would just copy the whole thing, right? So
Hmm.
let's say,
Remember, don't copy that floppy. Shout out to everybody who remembers that ad campaign.
yeah.
Autumn says Windows 3.11 came out when I was in the 8th grade. Autumn, you were in the 8th grade and I was 8. Just 8.
What year? Oh yeah, you were
93.
8. I was 18.
Yeah.
Hate y'all. Shit.
Hey, she was in the 8th grade. Closer. Dang, you're older than Autumn.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Well, um,
Mhm.
okay. So you had Prince of Persia. The only games I have from that era are all based on floppy, right?
Yeah.
Complete, not counting shareware, none of that. Police Quest 1 and Freddy
Yeah.
Farkas Frontier Pharmacist. Only two.
You got okay. You gotta remember. We, we couldn't afford games too. You know what I mean? Just copy the floppy disk from somebody else.
Uh, that's why. No CD
And
burners yet. If it
you
came on
copy the
CD,
floppy disk.
that was basically
You
DRM.
you go to the library. You get a photocopy of the book. You know what I mean? And then you try to you go home. Cause guess what?
No.
No phone cameras. What am I gonna do? Take a Polaroid and wave it until it dries and go home? No.
Gordon was 7. Okay. What else?
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
Supreme Warrior, but that's on disc. But that's from that era. And then Chess Wars, and yeah, I mean, I have
So the games that I
CD-ROM
had,
games from around
yeah.
that era.
So
But
Battle
not Dade
Chess.
was printing dot matrix
We
porn
had.
photos. You know how long that takes? Yo, you got to be committed to it.
And what am I gonna say? When the parents come, what are you printing using all that ink? Like, huh?
Yo, line by line. Yeah, you.
You'd be waiting 10 minutes for the truth. Everybody standing there looking at you. Stop. I'm glad you find this so hilarious.
Yo. Uh, copy floppy gang. Yo. I mean, that was a thing. Man. So, okay, note a little bit of solidarity with Dade. A little bit. My first desktop, while not as old as that machine, did have a 5 1/4 and a 3.5 inch floppy drive, but it also had a 4X CD-ROM drive. You know, I had the whole generation stack, and it was an Intel 486 DX2.
CD-ROM drive. This
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
you fancy.
It still had the turbo
I
button
had a
though.
I had to wait for a Tandy computer before I could get a CD-ROM drive. And my sister, who was was it? She my sister who was whatchamacallit, a physician's assistant at Rikers Island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was making pretty decent money, you know, to get this Tandy computer with a CD-ROM drive. And we first tried the internet for the first time. Bulletin board service.
Not the BBS.
Mm-hmm.
Whoo. What was that on? A 14.4K modem? 28.8?
Yeah.
He was balling.
What is
Yeah,
it?
he was balling.
Was it comp?
Dade wife
Wait,
like
was
why
it
we
comp?
had an
It was. I
inkling.
think it was CompuServe, right?
CompuServe, so we definitely mid 90s. Yeah. I remember some CompuServe
Yeah.
discs. So that same
Yeah,
machine,
brother.
the
Shoot.
14.4K modem in it never worked right. I don't know why. Probably bad drivers. Like I wasn't that good at troubleshooting
And
back
if you
then.
had a
Hmm?
if you if you had a second line, what?
Oh,
One for the
two.
internet, one for your.
Oh,
Whoa,
oh, you came from
fancy,
money.
fancy.
You came from money. Dedicated line. Or
What?
you know the kids. Some of y'all may have had them. The kids that had either a business professional, stockbroker, or some sort of higher up medical professional, where they had the fax line, the internet line, and the phone line with call waiting and long distance. You see the phone on they parents' desk with the buttons to switch between. I'm like, yo, what the? Is this an is this an office building or your house? How much money y'all got?
Nah, for Pyro, it's the opposite. I'll print something out. It come out all blue, no black. You know what I'm saying? No yellow.
She used up
I'm
all
like,
the
yo,
ink,
what?
didn't say nothing.
And I see it. Exactly. Just use up all the ink on like recipes and whatnot. Like, oh look, I just printed
Gordon
something out for
was
the baby. It's all full color. I'm like,
mm,
full
Gordon's
color?
full
Full?
color. Yeah.
You know how much ink? How much does that cost?
It don't cost her nothing. It costs you. You the one replacing. For her, it's $3.99. Yo, Gordon said we're
Exactly.
going way
Can you print
back
this?
like my hairline. Don't worry, Gordon. I'm working my way there eventually. It's thinning. That's one thing Dade in the youth is all on his head. We had
That-
that, but we also had multiple family members who worked for the phone company. Okay, see, but again, professionals, and you get a discount. So it's kind of a cheat there. Like you could say you rich to people who don't know that your family worked for the phone company and was not paying the retail price everybody else is paying. I would just say, yo, we rich. We just, I'm going to public school, right? Because my parents want to keep me grounded. That's you tell that lie. Nakia, thank you for the gifted sub to Pyro. I appreciate it. Them Pinterest recipes. What? Pinterest recipes would take down the print
Oh,
server
no.
at the last job. Yo, you meant
Nah,
Pinterest
nah.
recipes. Yes,
I'll tell you
Pinterest.
what.
Tiger Prime was good with you.
Was it?
My dad would bring home the latest
Was
computer
it?
models
Was
from
it
work. He worked for
Prince?
the post office, and they never wondered why multiple machines disappeared. Yo, no inventory tracking. What are we doing? What is going on? I mean, the statute of limitations on that is
Damn.
long gone.
Ah, damn.
Not the five head gang. No, I'm not up to five head yet. It's thinned. It's not gone. Also, the hair popping up on the side like that, I need a haircut. Hence the cap. But Tiger Prime was good with you. 4.5? About 4. I'm about a 4. Working my way there. If my genetics is anything like my father, well, right now, I have more hair than he did at this age. So I'm already doing better than him. But the eventuality,
Oh, I see. I got
yeah, that's.
you. I got
It's
you.
not even going to be a 4 or
Yeah.
5 head. It's just going to be a drop top.
Meantime, my wife is telling me, "Don't cut your hair," and I had like a 3-inch fro, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, no, I can't be walking around the
My college
office like
laptop
that."
had a property of
This ain't
Utis government sticker on it.
70s.
All autumn. Why were you remove the evidence?
Whoa,
Remove
the acid tag? Are you serious? Nah.
That's the first thing I gotta see. Hand one of
Oh
those to somebody from
no.
Brooklyn or the Bronx. See how quick they get that sucker right off of it. You would have never known. You look fine. Lin-Manuel receding. The Lin-Manuel references. I'm not escaping those, are they? Tiger Prime, I hope your day is going good. At least yours is front. Mine's is middle. Got me looking like a grown-ass baby with a cradle cap. What are these descriptions?
They what?
What do you say? Yo, big pig, what?
Yo.
Growing a
Oh my
skullet.
God.
Thank you, Lucky, for the rating being off. We got to be kinder to ourselves. Right? What are we
Yo.
saying? Okay. So, we started off comparing early games of this era, and we've taken a left, a right, hit a roundabout, went the wrong way on the roundabout.
Okay. So if I was to give some insight, like you got to remember to us, okay, to my generation,
Oh, you might have to
Flashback
return it. Got you.
was
Autumn.
like a Flashback was a lot basically to us was like a live action game, right? Like mocap, consider it like mocap and all the other stuff. We didn't
Rotoscope,
think,
yeah.
or we were
The
like, yeah,
rotoscoping aspect.
it was rotoscope, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we were like, wow, this is amazing. This is the next gen thing, blah blah blah. And what year was this again?
92 was the Amiga version, 93 for the floppy PC and cartridge versions. Lucky, thank you for the 100 biddies and for, did you just start a hype train? Yes, you did. Thank you for the hype train. I should turn the alerts back on now.
You said, oh sorry. And what year again? You say?
So, the very first version, which is still rotoscoped with shorter sequences, was the Amiga 92, which is still a PC.
92. Yeah,
Um,
exactly. We were like, oh my God, this is next gen, blah blah. And guess what happened next year?
what? Doom was
4
93.
letters.
Doom was 93, yeah.
Missed. And then all of a sudden, everybody lost their goddamn minds.
Autumn, thank you for the 30 biddies. I
That was
appreciate it.
like, what the freak was that?
Um,
Doom was good. Myst was better because Myst had
Myst was like 94,
it was a puzzle
95.
game that
And,
anybody could play.
and that joint,
Free.
Myst was 93. You gonna make me fact check this? I have Myst in the box.
93.
Hold on.
Yeah, you can chat back.
Myst.
You fact check it, brother.
Holy shit! Initial
September
release 93.
24th, 1993.
I remembered it later than that, or
That's
was
what
it?
I mean. Like,
Or do I remember it later than that because I played it later than that?
I think you remembered it when when like from the mass appeal standpoint when it first launched, and that was the game that was being displayed on. Okay, oh god, I hate
Okay,
it. I hate it
okay.
here.
First off,
Okay,
Dade, what did you play it on first?
yeah,
What did you play it on first?
I played it on PC. That's
Okay,
one.
so that's where I played it.
Two, I
So
was
you and I both played that in
I,
'94, cause Mac.
right.
I wouldn't say they had an exclusive, but it started in September '93 on the Mac.
Yeah.
So that's why I remember. I was thinking about it
So
95 ish, but '94, it's
yeah,
yeah, that's doable.
yeah. So again, 19. Or
Mm-hmm.
sorry, 18 years old at this point, right? So I'm like,
18 March
wow.
'94. Yeah.
So yeah, 2 more years, 90, 95, 95, I would be 20, right? So anyway,
Back in my
right?
day.
So 18, and I was just starting off working at a what is this? You guys, I'm not sure if you remember Circuit City
Do I remember? You know how many games I have bought
or
from Circuit City still in the box?
yeah, yeah. So I used yeah, yeah. I used to work at Circuit City. Full grown ass job. Yes. Taking care of the computer displays and selling them.
Mm. Yeah.
So yeah, it was one of those deals.
This game was created on Apple Macintosh computers and ran on the HyperCard software stack, though ports to other platforms subsequently required the creation of a new engine. Yeah, I'd have to say so. It has been called one of the most
Yeah,
influential and
yeah.
best video games ever made. I think, was this the first video game to sell a million? Selling more than 6 million copies, Myst was the best selling PC game for nearly a decade. It
Yep.
outsold Doom. It outsold
It sold
Wolfenstein.
computers.
It outsold even this Flashback. It outsold Prince of Persia. I could go down the list. Stalwarts of PC gaming outsold by this. That game helped drive adoption of the CD-ROM drive and spawned a multimedia franchise. Yep. I remembered that my Windows 95 machine, that CD-ROM drive, yeah, Missed.
Yeah,
You're
that's what
from
I mean.
Canada?
Like
Still the same
in
experience.
my old
Well, you're
behind
wait, Circuit City
selling these
never
damn things.
wasn't full North America. They never made it to Canada. But y'all still had y'all electronic shops regardless.
Tandy Corporation.
Tandy, yeah.
Tandy Corporation, bro.
So you're saying Flashback may have been overshadowed a bit because of this boom.
Yeah, so
I had American television. I
again,
do believe there
great
was a
game.
couple
It
in my
was a
era.
really good game.
Oh, you're not far. Oh, you're near the border. Got you. America Light. Let me see. What other games were rotoscoped? Okay, so rotoscoping, for those that don't know, was when you took footage of lifelike movement and you basically retraced it.
Yeah.
So
Like
notable
old
entries:
school
Prince
Superman,
Prince
like
of Persia,
19,
'89,
was it?
Another World, '91, which I think was okay. Flashback: The Quest for Identity, '92,
Yeah.
The Last Express 97. I don't know that game. Lunark in 2023, so that's because of the retro thing. And Mortal Kombat games, yeah. The initial Mortal Kombats, that all makes sense. I wouldn't call Mortal Kombat rotoscope though. They weren't retracing those in many cases. That was just that actual footage. Those were those actors. They ain't rotoscope shit.
So okay, flashback, right?
Yeah.
Again, same year that flashback came out. Uh, Street Fighter 2,
Ooh.
uh, Legend of Zelda. Yeah, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past,
Mm-hmm.
Streets of Rage 2,
Mm.
and a couple of other games came out. So it's like, yeah, it would have gotten overshadowed
I mean, it got good reviews.
because everybody was playing Street Fighter at that point.
Everybody named Mama. Yeah, I don't
Exactly.
even think Capcom was prepared for what the number Street Fighter 2 was gonna do. That caught them off guard.
Nah, yeah, I don't think so either. Yep.
All right. So again, I
Mm-hmm.
was aware of Flashback
And of
because
course,
of the magazine I had,
yeah.
which is dated.
Hmm.
Here's where I date myself, right? This.
Hmm.
There's a 1-800 number in here. Huh. 1-800 Glow. Oh, this was probably some TV ad glow bullshit. 1993 is the copyright date on this. Thoroughly beat up
Mm.
strategy guide. So this made me aware of quite a few of these games. All right, so
So,
now we
of
know.
that year, what do you think was the number one selling game?
Of 93, you said Street
Uh,
Fighter 2 came out. I,
uh,
you already gave the
92,
answer.
92.
Oh, 92. Oh, 92. Oh, so see, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be this because this is just the Amiga in 92. So that's a limited
Hmm.
scope already.
Hmm.
You only have the Amiga audience. Um, Wolfenstein was out, but I don't think it was that big yet.
I'll give you a hint. Number one, two, and three console was Game Boy, SNES, and Genesis in that order.
Oh, this is a Mario game. Oh, Game Boy? No, it might
But
have been.
it was a Genesis game.
Was it Genesis Streets of what? Did the Streets of Rage drop that year?
It did. Streets of Rage. Yeah, Streets of Rage did drop that year, but it was not the number one selling game.
92. Was that Sonic 3?
Yes, two.
Sonic 2. Sonic 2 was,
Sonic 2.
Sonic 3 was
Not the Hedgehog
90
2.
94. Yes. So, huh. Yeah, Sonic 2 was a big moment. Yeah, that was all anybody talked about for a while. And a lot of conversation on whether or not people hated Tails. Shout out if you remember that argument.
Yeah. Um,
Your mama beat you in Virtua Fighter for
so,
the Sega Saturn. Shout out to mom, and also shout out to my Sega Saturn, which I am horribly missing. Yep, that
so
right there.
in in 92, 1992 dollars,
Uh huh.
it made 450 million dollars. Sonic 2. In today's terms, that would be $1 billion.
And they still managed to find a way to run out of money before the 90s was over.
To
Isn't that
fuck it up.
madness?
Yeah,
Yo,
because I think they let it go through their head.
they made $1 billion just like, oh, we could just do whatever we want. You were playing your Saturn the other night?
Exactly.
Oh, you're like us. You sound like a kindred spirit, Gordon. How many of your original consoles do you have? Because the guy that I'm talking to right now, Date is Venom. Do check Date is Venom out.
There's actually some really good games.
Has almost every original console either a repurchase of one he used to have or the original ones he had, going all the way back to the late 70s. Notice he's not refuting my statement because I didn't lie.
Say that again. What happened?
You have or have a copy of every original console you've ever owned. So it's either you got a new one or you still have your original.
Cut out. I can't hear it in Discord. Kind of cut out. So.
I'm cutting out in Discord?
Yeah. It's just in Discord. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so you have every console you've ever owned, either a repurchase or the originals, going back to the late 70s. True or false? What's the first console you have? What's the first console? What's the oldest console in your collection?
I have a ColecoVision. See, I can't tell.
Sega's leader said he wants to go back to the Dreamcast era. They do plan on bringing back old IPs. They have an initiative. There's another Streets of Rage, another why am I blanking on the spray paint roller skate game? Why am I blanking on the title?
Oh, Jet Set Radio.
Jet Set Radio. They're going to bring back. They didn't mention anything about that Space Station music game, which would be the Dreamcast era.
Space Channel 9?
Space Channel 9. I'm remembering the synopsis of the games, but not the titles. That's a clue I'm soon going to be off of here, folks, once that kind of disconnect starts happening. The Dade Museum. Lucky said he is a museum. Damn.
Oh my god. What's wrong with you? Never mind.
Yeah, but there were a series of 5 IPs they're going to be bringing back. Sega's leader. Okay, I read that. I've owned every console from the Atari 2600 to the Xbox Series X, no PS5 or Switch 2. So you're almost like Data's Venom. So I'm going to drop his name in here. Be sure you give him a follow. He's also on YouTube. Notice there's no O in the Venom there. And, yeah, for some reason, my browser over there is auto-translating. I need it to stop. I only have a handful of consoles and some emulator machines left. You didn't keep them all. That happens.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Crazy Taxi. I know they're making. They were supposed to provide updates to those, like modern version of, but
Yes.
I don't know when
When?
they're gonna announce them.
No announce on when. Just the fact that they started develop. It'd be fun if they started development at that announcement, which means
Patreon 5, right?
if they're not rehashing the old games and are making new, minimum 2 years dev time if you're using an off-the-shelf engine and some of the old assets. If you're going completely new, 3 to 4. Yeah. All right. But given my rate, I was going to go over links, but we ended up going down memory lane here. The next time we're going to go down.
Why don't you do like a few, just a few?
Do a few what? Links? No. Did you not hear me back to back be able to describe something and not name it? That is not a good sign.
About that.
That is not a good sign. I should get my ass up.
Don't worry, those brain cells will grow back. It's okay.
No. I got a meeting in the morning too.
I got you.
We are so far behind. Autumn, you've missed a couple of link days, by the way. You have missed a couple of link days. For those on YouTube, the link days I do not do on YouTube because of the way they are over there with that kind of content. But do catch me on twitch.tv/ReaperPC for that kind of stuff, right? I Gordon, it's been awesome meeting you. Thank you for coming through. Lucky, thank you for the mod duties. I appreciate it over there. Autumn, I was surprised you missed those link days, but I know life be lifing. Depending on how tomorrow goes with the gaming, I could end that with some links instead of trying to force myself to play till I'm exhausted. So we can probably earmark some time because you are right. I'm still far behind, even though I did do a couple of link days. Um, but this unboxing will be cut and put up by itself with the audio errors removed. I was trying to avoid having to do that much editing, but it happens. So this game is getting added to the list of things I have to play. It does have a sequel that will get added to my list of things I have to acquire. But expect a couple more Sega CD entries to show up. I'm not going to say which ones, that'll be a surprise to y'all, but some of them are quite famous and are still exclusive to the Sega CD. They didn't show up anywhere else, even in remasters. That's probably a clue. Dade probably already figured out at least one of the ones I'm talking about.
Mm.
But yeah, for folks on YouTube, Gordon already knows. Catch on the next one. No spoilers. But folks on YouTube, I'm going to sign off there. Folks on Twitch, hang out. I'm going to raid out to somebody else, so bear with me. But folks on YouTube, as always, enjoy your time online. Enjoy your games. Don't take any stuff too seriously. Don't let it disturb your peace. And never forget to quarter up. I'm Reaper PC, and I'll catch you on the next one. And until next time, don't break anything. Or at least try not to. Later, y'all. So as I